Hello, my beautiful people from Untouchable Mama. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and press the notification button. Thank you. One love. Bye bye.
Good afternoon, the Chairman, Human Rights Defender, and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, and every viewers. My name is Comrade Mrs. Solushala, live from Ikejalen Avenue branch. We have a case reported by one Pastor Idoko against Living Faith Church Aka Winners. Please join us to briefly listen to the complainants and how we can be of assistance to him. Okay, Mr. Idoko, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, madam.
Okay, briefly tell us what you came to complain about and the full details, please. Thank you.
What I'm complaining about is a forceful eviction and unlawful treatment by Living Faith Bible Church.
Okay.
It happened in 2016, precisely September. Before then, we were occupying the said land.
Okay.
And we were paying for the land to buy. That came to me for about 3 times.
You can shift back and hold on your distance so that we can hear you. Dress back a little.
It's okay.
Thank you.
So when we were renting the land, they approached me about 3 times that I should introduce them to the landlord to buy up the property so that they can give me commission. Of which I told them, no, we had a plan to buy. And
which of them precisely?
Between the incidents, there were 3 pastors that pastored the same branch. The first pastor approached me, the second pastor approached me, and the third pastor, who firstly evicted us with thoughts, approached me too with his lawyer. So we started paying for the said land already, and the landlord came. When we started paying for the land, the agreement was 18 million naira.
Okay.
So I don't know how they got the landlord's number. And our lawyer, the landlord's lawyer, called us and showed us evidence that Living Faith wrote them a letter that they are buying the place for 30 million. Of which, as we are buying the land, we always talk about it in the church, how we are paying 18 million and all that. So I'm sure that is how the story got to them. So they increased the money to 30 million. And
the landlord increased the money from 18 million to 30 million?
Yeah, Living Faith wrote to him that he should sell the land for them for 30 million, that they are going to pay 30 million because we have not finished the payment at that time.
Okay.
So his lawyer, being a Christian, now called me and then told me that he has not been sleeping in the night, that what the man and Living Faith want to do to us, that he no longer want to be part of it. That the letter of consent that the landlord gave to him to represent him, that he hereby dissolve his representatives, of which he called the landlord in our presence, asked us to go and meet him and then start whatever agreement we have with him and all of that. So we called the landlord to come. The landlord did not come for about some months. That was this case began from 2014. So in 2015, some police came to the church compound and then gave me a letter that I'm wanted in the police headquarters of Port Harcourt to be interviewed. And so I went there on the day that I was invited and I was interviewed. The landlord was also invited. And they told the landlord that he should refund us back our money.
Yeah.
So that we can leave. That so long as we are there, Living Faith cannot come in. So they asked my lawyer and his lawyer to write an agreement. So his lawyer came to me and said they are going to send his lawyer and my lawyer are going to write the agreement later, which they never wrote. We wrote to them that we are expecting our money, give us our money, let's pack. They didn't give the money, and the agreement was not written. And so we decided that if that is the case, if they want to sell it, we are going to pay 20 million, that we can't pay the 30 million of which Living Faith offered, because we are buying it for 18 million before they offered a higher price. And so the landlord came to the compound and then asked for more money, of which he offered him. Later, we did not see him again for about 6 months. The only thing we saw was the lawyer of Living Faith, and then Pastor AKZ of Living Faith, number 14, Okoroma Street. They came and they said, okay, what they are going to do, that the property that I developed, the 3-bedroom flat, the church structure, and the children's church, they were going to give me the money for that property, and then give me 3 million for my commission so that I can leave and then go and meet landlord to collect my money so that they will buy up the place. So the 3 million was supposed to be given to me to act as an agent in the place. Then the money for the structure was supposed to be paid. And so we are expecting that. I called my lawyer, they discussed, and then we gave 3 days for them to come. What I saw was a few days later, some 5 policemen arrived at the church compound and said they are looking for the pastor. I went out to go and fix my car then, and as I was coming, they now intercepted me. I was not allowed to say anything. They handcuffed me. And one of
Handcuff
them,
you?
yeah, they handcuffed me. And one of them told me that I should not move, that they were told that I used to disappear, that if I make any move, they are going to shoot me. So they put me behind the Hilux pickup and took me to police station, Rumokoro, where they took statement. I was not given a chance to take statement. 5 o'clock early in the morning, they took me from Port Harcourt down to Zone 6 police station, Zone 6 police headquarters, Calabar, and I was put in the prison there. The next day, we took our statement. That was when I got to know. The landlord petitioned me that some assassin came, and then those assassins said if he doesn't leave the land for Pastor Idoko Kebank, they are going to kill him. And then on hearing the alarm of the police vehicle, the assassins entered the bus and then drove off. So when the police commissioner interviewed me, in my prison, he told the landlord that when you came, you said the pastor sent thugs to beat you up. The second time, you said the pastor put a charm in the compound of the church, and that's why your leg was hot. Then the third one, you said, is as a pastor sent us. He said, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. Now, what exactly happened? And so the police commissioner said I should be bailed, that the case is not a serious one, that the man is giving 3 different stories. So I was bailed, and they asked us to be coming over to Calabar every week, of which we will go like on Monday, pass the night. On Tuesday, they will decide on the case. They will interview us. On Wednesday, we'll be back. So on the very 3rd week of September, we were invited on Thursday. We went there, slept over. On Friday, we were interviewed, and we came back to Port Harcourt. On Saturday morning, I went to go and fix my computer. Before I came back, people started calling me that there were some thugs in the church compound, demolishing the 3-bedroom flat that I was living in with the Living Faith pastor. And then the children's church was demolished. The main church structure was not touched. And the Living Faith pastor was there inviting our church member who were crying and mourning for what was happening, that they should come to their church the next Sunday to come and fellowship. And so when I came back, I arrested the Living Faith pastor. He was taken to police station, Rumokoro, of which we took statement. They said we should come back the next day. The next day I went to the police station. They said the Living Faith pastor was bailed yesterday and he has been transferred. The police demanded that I should bring 50,000 naira so that they would go and look for him. And we now found it very ridiculous. We're supposed to come to the station to come and be interviewed, and you're saying that the man has been released yesterday and has been transferred, that I should bring 50,000 to go and start looking for him.
Who is it? Who is it a division? Is it a police command or division?
It's a division. Rumokoro is a division.
You know who is the DPO then?
I never met with the DPO, but my lawyer knows the DPO.
Okay. Why?
And so we could not give them the money because we found it very ridiculous. Then we had to travel back to Calabar Zone 6 to go and report the case. On reaching the Commissioner of Police office, the Commissioner of Police now told me that he advised me to get a good lawyer that will preside over the case for me. that what these people want to do against me, that he doesn't want to be part of it. So he took us to the AIG's office. On approaching the AIG's office, I brought the picture and the video of the evidences of what the Living Faith pastor did. The AIG could not even listen to me. He started shouting on me and barking on me that he's giving me in less than a week to leave the place. And now, as he was talking, I intercepted. I was interrupting and I was saying, look at what happened. This same man arrested me to police headquarters, Port Harcourt. And police headquarters, Port Harcourt is the main headquarters. And he was told in the headquarters to refund us. Maybe I have bribed them in the headquarters. That was why they say that the landlord should refund me my money. That the landlord cannot refund me my money, that he's giving me less than a week. So, and he threatened that he was going to take me back to the prison. So now, because I don't have any help, I knelt down and I prayed. I said I handle everything to God. So I left the office there, and within 2 weeks we have to leave the place. I started going to Living Faith headquarters in Port Harcourt to report the case. Whenever I go there, they will be posting me. Whenever I go there, they will be posting me. So one of the pastors told me that, which I related the case to him. He said I should go over to Living Faith headquarters, Canaan Land, which is what brought me to Lagos 2017 May. I've been following this case from 2017 May. Whenever I go, the person presiding over the case in the legal department in their headquarters, Canaan Land, is Barrister Joseph. He took my statement. He now called the lawyer of Living Faith in Port Harcourt, who offered me 3 million and wanted to pay me for the structure for us to leave. That what exactly happened is the report this pastor brought and all of that. He said he will not say anything until he sees my own statement that I wrote to Living Faith there. The man said no, he should tell them what exactly happened. That he doesn't need to see my
lawyer
report.
to Living Faith in Lagos.
Yes, madam.
Headquarters, Canaan Land.
Yes, madam.
Called the lawyer of Living Faith Calabar.
No, Port Harcourt.
Port Harcourt.
Yeah. Who offered me 3
Who
million.
offered it 3 million.
Exactly, ma'am.
And he said
The
he
person of
cannot give
Barrister
statement
Okoro.
to his own lawyer, to
Lawyer.
his co-lawyer that is like managing the same church.
Exactly, madam. That until he sees my statement that I wrote to them.
Okay.
So me, I told the lawyer, I said, I am not a lawyer and I'm not a legal practitioner, but with this statement, you should know that something is fishy. So the lawyer himself, in the person of Barrister Joseph, told me that this is how the man's character is, because he's a pastor, the barrister is a pastor. He said that he's handling about 3 cases of the same issue with that pastor, so with the barrister. So what he does is that he looks for a church that is already growing and then go behind to influence the landlord against the pastor pastoring the place to buy over the place. It's a common case in Port Harcourt. If you put it online, you will see so many pastors will come from Port Harcourt, how they were treated by Living Faith, that same Living Faith barrister in Port Harcourt. So I'm not the only person that did it to, but it's because I said I must fight it to the end, and that is why I've been following it up. So he will ask us to come next 2 days. We will come. They will say we should go and come back again. They kept posting and posting and posting and posting. And so one of the days, I now decided to say, okay, I've been spending hotel bills and transport. I don't live in Lagos here. So he told me that he was going to find me an accommodation to stay, the barrister himself. So I said no.
The Lagos barrister.
The Lagos barrister. So because I was given warning by so many persons that I should not offer accommodation when they give it to me, that this case, something is fishing somewhere. Why? Because the land we are buying for 18 million, they offered the landlord. Later on, what we got to hear is that they boosted it up to 50 million to pay the landlord. And we got to hear that the money they collected from the headquarters is about 80-something million. So they are trying to cover up the money that they have eaten. So my life will be in danger if I accept any accommodation they give to me. So I decided to go and rent 1-room apartment in Igon real estate to follow up the case. So last year, that lawyer was dismissed, and another lawyer was brought to the office in the person of barrister.
Which of the lawyer was dismissed? The one in
Barrister Joseph, the one in Kenaland, heading the legal department.
This one here or the one in Calabar?
The one in Lagos here.
Port Harcourt?
Yeah. No, the one in Ogun State.
Okay.
Barrister Joseph. So he was sacked. And then Barrister Olayinka was brought there, a lady. So when I went to her office and I related the case to her, I said she's now aware of the case. So in my presence, he called Barrister Joseph. So Barrister Joseph said, okay, that she should preside over it, that he has informed the ES about the case. The ES means Executive Security, that they were waiting to interview me. And when the Barrister Olayinka investigated, there was nothing like that. The ES department was not waiting to interview me. So which means that the Barrister Joseph himself never took the case to the ES Executive Security Department. So something is fishy. So when Barrister Olayinka said he was going to help me out and relate it to the ES department, I kept going and going. Even my wife, we went together. The day that the talks came with the Living Faith pastor, about 37 of them, to the church compound, they dragged my wife out naked from the bathroom, held everybody in my house hostage while they were operating and breaking the house. The pictures are there. And so when I showed Barrister Olayinka, she was very, very furious. He said she must do something about it. I even had to bring my wife from Port Harcourt to come and relate to her as a woman because of how she was maltreated. And so I kept going. One of the days, she now told me that the ES department, that was the last information she gave me last year, that the ES department is no longer in Lagos, that the ES department has been relocated to Abuja, of which we investigated. We found out that the ES department is in Lagos here, because the ES department cannot leave a headquarter to a branch. So what they are doing again, they are trying to give me a walk to start going again to Abuja, of which I decided to bring the case here so that I can be assisted, because it's a case of oppression.
Okay, these are your loads outside.
Yes, madam.
Were you giving notice before this house was demolished?
I was not giving any notice, madam. We're only waiting for the landlord to refund us our money for us to pack and leave.
Was it from the court? The order, was it from the court?
There was no order from the court, madam.
There was no court order?
There was no court order.
They just demolished the place?
They just demolished the place and threw all my properties outside. Destroy our properties, made away, the thugs made away with so many of our instruments. Our printer was taken, our CD printer, our recording equipment were taken away, about 3 laptops for those working in the office were taken away, and they frustrated my life. Even the
okay, the money you paid to the landlord before the what is it called? The winners, the Living Faith people come to increase. Have you been refunded back the money?
I have not been refunded back that money.
What kind of case is this now?
The moment they paid the landlords the money, we could no longer reach him, and my life was under threat. I kept receiving threat calls.
How much did you pay the landlord?
The money for the development, the estate valued it for about 5.45 million.
That
then
you paid?
That for the development of our structure on ground.
Yeah.
Then the money committed was about 6-point-something million, which all of them together is about 12 million. Then our property that we had destroyed and all the damages that Living Faith did was about 10-point-something million, which amount totally to.
Did you have a proof of payment to the former land to the landlord?
Before the demolition, the three people from amongst the thugs that came to operate came to my office, and they gave me ultimatum. They were street boys.
No, I say, before they demolished the place,
yes, madam,
did you have a receipt of payment of the money you paid to the landlord?
Yes, before the demolition I had it.
Where is it?
I have some of them here, but the original copy was what the thugs, they boggled my my safe. This kind of iron case they have here, iron cabinet, where I put those documents. Because the day they came and they were giving me ultimatum to pack and leave the place, I showed them the documents. And they said that Pastor Benjamin Okeze never told them that I've made some commitments. That he told them to forcefully evict us so that they can be given commission. So they say he never told them like that, and they left. So on the day they came, when they held my wife's hostage, they threatened her to show them where the documents are. So the document they made away with was not only the document of the payment, my land document in Idoko was also taken away. My school certificates were also made away with. So the proof that I have, some in photocopy, but the original copy the thugs made away with it.
How were you paying the man's money? Is it via account or cash?
When he came the first time, we made a transfer.
How much was
of 1 million. That one is there.
And what again? How do you pay the rest?
We wanted to pay through the bank. He said no, that he's developing one of his structure in Transamadi, that he needed the money cash, of which we paid cash.
So
there are
all
witnesses.
the 12 million you paid cash?
The 12 million, the sum of the 12 million, the structure is part of it. The money paid cash is about 6 point something million.
So the 5 point something million you paid it cash?
Exactly, madam.
How would you pay such money? Because one thing
because it was not paid once.
And even if it was not paying, was how much was the lowest amount you paid to them cash? And how much was the highest amount you paid to them?
We paid
cash?
1.2, we paid 500, we paid 200, and we also paid 2.7.
So such money shouldn't be paid cash. Such money should be paid via an account. Your church doesn't have an account?
We have an account.
So why were you paying through cash?
Because he gave us a letter of notification that he collected such an amount from us.
Where is the letter of notification?
The photocopy are here.
Let me see.
It's at home in Lagos here.
Because I can't understand why you should be transacting with someone with such amount without via an account.
That is where my mistake is. That is the mistake I made.
It's not. It's too true to be believed, and
that is a mistake I made. Even my lawyer blamed me for it, because he told us he's an elder in the church, and so we are not looking at any suspicion in all the things he was doing.
So the stage of this case now, the Barrister Yinka that interviewed you, what was her own?
She asked me, what do I want?
Yeah.
I said, our properties that were destroyed by Living Faith.
Yeah.
We want them to pay for it.
Okay.
Getting the money from the landlord is another issue of itself.
That is aside for now.
Aside. But Living Faith that came to demolish the house we are living in, the money they said they were going to pay me for the structure, they never did.
So what did she finally say to you? That's what I asked.
She told me that the case has been taken to the ES department by her. She even gave me called the ES department in my presence, of which I saw.
Where is the ES department?
It's in Otade, the headquarters of
Okay, you give us the Barrister Yinka's number.
Her number is there, madam.
You drop a number?
Yes, madam.
Where is it?
Look at her number here. Her number here. And I still put it behind. This Barrister Joseph number. The first one is Barrister Joseph that was sacked.
The one in the I need a human rights for this.
The second one is Barrister Yinka, the one there at the moment.
Oh. did I say that? Okay. Right, as viewers, as you can see, this case we cannot end this case today. We will have got to send an official letter to Barrister Yinka to also listen to their own side of the story, how they have responded so far about this case. And I by His grace, I believe justice will prevail over this case, if need be, to get the founder of Living Faith ACA winners involved, which is the Bishop David Idoko. We can still make every effort to make sure this matter is resolved amicably. Please join us, and we will invite the barrister representing Winners Chapel to the office to know how far they have gone as far as this case is concerned, and how he can be given justice on this very case. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you, Liz Winnie Enobu. I appreciate your effort to share and encourage people to share this page each time we come on board. God bless you. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. We'll give the updates as far as the case is concerned. Have a wonderful day. Bye.